do this and that's not right. And there was one kid who actually made a very sound point, but he seemed like he didn't know what he was talking about. So I asked him like, hey, have you ever read the Quran? And he looked at me like, no, shut up then, shut up. You don't know. You're right, but you don't know. Shut up. Like people said like, oh, they Islam is the one culture that actually doesn't approve of underage marriage. I'm like, just because they don't approve of it doesn't mean that it's okay in their culture. I mean, Muhammad married a 6-year-old and fucked her when she was 9. His favorite
Yeah.
wife, 9-year-old
Well,
Aisha.
here's my thing about Muslims and Islam and all that. I don't think there's anything wrong with people who are Muslim. I think it's more of a region thing. It's not really. I don't know. People keep saying it's an attack on like. It's like either you're retarded and you're like, oh, we should just let all the freaking Islam people in from Middle East, even though we bombed the shit out of them. It's like that's stupid. And if also you're like, oh, the damn Muslims, they done fuck their wives and they got a damn incest and all that. I ain't letting a single one of them in here. It's like you're both stupid. There's a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
There's a happy medium. Not all Muslims are extremists and fucking need to like. If you go over there, they eat cereal and they're in their car. Dad's working on the freaking car in the garage. I'm telling you, most of those people are just normal fucks and they just listen to what's the law because if they don't listen to the law, they're gonna get fucking killed. They don't care.
Yeah, it's like
That's what you don't understand. You guys, it's like generalizing all Americans. Because if you generalize all Americans, we're all stupid, fat, ignorant fucks, which a lot of us are. But I mean, yeah. But don't ever generalize. That's what I don't like.
but I hate when people like in my school when I talk against Islam and I use like from script Quran texts and I say it and I preach it, but I preach it in the sense that like it's wrong. And people always say like, oh, but Muhammad was a peaceful person in the beginning of his career. I'm like, yes, in the beginning of his career, but have you not have heard of the idea that his later scriptures overwrite the past ones? And he got increasingly angry and angrier. So he was not very happy. But what I was going to say, I hate when people assume that I think every single Muslim is a terrorist and every single one. I'm like, I didn't say that.
No, I'm not saying terrorists, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, no. I'm saying not hashtag not all Muslims.
Yeah.
Or because there's plenty of Islamic students who go to my school.
Yeah.
Yes, they sometimes say some asinine shit, but for the most part, they're not like
they're normal as shit.
Yeah, they're not walking around saying Allah Akbar Muhammad, peace be upon him. Like they're just like they're normal people.
Yeah. There are people who are non-religious, like SJWs, who believe some fucked up shit, but I mean, I'm not gonna like hate them for it. They're just retarded. People can have different beliefs from me that are kind of retarded and a little bit dangerous, but there's a little threshold. It's a little threshold. People say crazy shit, but they don't actually mean it. People don't like. There's a lot of people who actually won't. Once you break them down to the individual level, they don't actually believe half the shit they're saying. It's just groupthink.
Courtney's a social justice warrior.
So I think groupthink is bad. I think Islam as a groupthink is really bad, especially for us because we're so different. But when it comes down to the individual family level, those people are normal as shit. They just don't want to get bombed. And most of them want to come to our country so they don't get bombs anymore.
Yeah. One, two, just thinking, I thought about it. Even like, okay, just like as like, I guess ENTP is like, just us as a type, even how like we function, we, just like in a real world sense, we would probably, we do, and we probably would, just how we function, have a harder time, like, we probably have a hard time, like, since we're used to like questioning so many things and like, we like to see different sides of things. It would just be hard for us, like, wanting like to belong in like this one group that fights for this one thing or whatever. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of hard for us, like, just to begin with, like, you know, just to believe, like, want to belong to this one group, just to believe this one thing. I don't know.
I think it's the F5 polar. Honestly, it's really hard for me to demonize. Like, people think like F5 polar is a bad thing, which it can be unhealthy. But I think it's kind of a good thing because it's like I can never get too deeply attached to what's call it, like an ideology enough to demonize another person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I just can't. I don't know. It's just that's why like I honestly don't even like think about these things often. Like it's not really in my head most of the time, but when it comes to, like discussing about it, I have like some opinions on it, but it's because I really like don't like I in my head I don't really like try like I don't really like do like the grouping people thing or anything. I guess some people I guess do that. Like they say, oh yeah, these people that they're bad, these people are good because they do the blah blah. I just don't think like that. Like I do have like opinions and things about like certain groups or whatever, but I don't like in my everyday life. I guess I just don't think of it. It's just I don't know. Like when I see like a certain like people, they're just there or whatever. Like I don't. It's like it doesn't really come to my attention. I guess it's like I've had people like I've talked to people like saying, well, don't you have these thoughts on like people are like this, blah blah. And it's just like I guess, but at the same time, I it's kind of hard for me to answer because like I don't. It doesn't really come to my mind very often. Um, I've debated, but not like a debate class or anything. No. Well, I don't know. We're not really debating. It's more
My class
discussing.
has debates a lot
Yeah,
sometimes, but like it's not like it's not like a debate class. Debate or like action between people.
yeah. I've never actually been in the speaking debate
Yes.
class.
Hey, Pepsi, do you watch Internet Comment Etiquette?
No.
Oh, I feel like you would really like his videos.
Oh, there's this one YouTuber. Um, what's his name? I think he's an INTP. He might be one. How can I think of the name? It's like some very like generic name. Counter Arguments. That's his name. Counter Arguments.
Oh, I wanted to watch him before, but I didn't get the.
Well, he's really good at like,
Are you
analyzing. So,
are you one of his videos?
What's up, baby?
Are you talking to Claw?
Nah, I have somebody out real quick. I'm in call, boy. So I do. Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna talk to you, man. Pepsi.
what?
So you still firm on the belief that you're an ENTP? Not that it's in question or anything,
Hold up.
right?
I was watching a video. What were you saying?
I said, are you what's your thoughts about you being an ENTP? Not that like I question it. I'm just because then you say you thought you're INFP or INFJ. Is that joking?
When I said I was an INFJ
Hmm?
or whatever. No,
Yeah.
I was joking about that. But
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I
I
don't
was saying.
know. I could be. Uh, I could be any type in some weird way, but yeah, I'm mostly INTP. You can make an argument that you're any type, but I'm just gonna say I'm ENTP.
Yeah.
But
You got a calmer demeanor than most ENTPs.
I
But
would say so. Yeah.
yeah, so like you come
yeah,
off more INTP, but when you talk, you definitely feel like I get that NE vibe from you. Like that bitch is on autopilot.
yeah, yeah. That's why I like sometimes. I mean, I am skeptical of being like ENTP, even though I think it's more correct, the most likely type I am. But uh, when I got an MBTI and stuff, I actually thought I was like INTP at first. I think it was just because I was reading, oh, it's because INTP versus ENTP. INTP is introverted. I guess I'm an introvert sometimes. I guess I'm quiet sometimes. I guess I'm an INTP.
Yeah.
But then I started reading functions, and then even like optionality types act, and I'm just like, I'm not INTP. I don't think.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. I think I fit the uh, ENTP. Like I guess they call it ambiverted, which I think is. I think that's everybody. But when people say, "Oh, I'm an ambivert," I don't fit within it. I guess I'm like I've heard like that's like common with like ENTPs. Even like I've even read like ENFP, the ambivert thing. How like they're more introverted than they're the most introverted extroverts. But
Yeah. Because all you need is like you want stimulation, but you want it in any form of way. So if it's like I'm not being stimulated by this, like you guys are talking about lame shit, I'm just gonna sit in my head and just zone out and think about my
yeah,
shit, or I'm just gonna like, oh, you guys are lame, so I'm just gonna go sit in my room and learn about cool shit myself.
yeah, that's exactly what I do. Uh, even I don't even like when I'm on here. Like when I'm discussing all this stuff. Well, because one, I'm interested in it. It's something I'm interested in. But like sometimes like let's say there's like Eric Taylor, whoever is on here talking about something else. If I'm not interested in it, I just simply like don't like join in. Like I'm just staying
Yeah,
quiet because I mean I'll let them talk about whatever, but it's
yeah,
I don't really care about it. They can talk about it, but I just don't care. I don't feel the need like to jump in just randomly and just like say something random for no reason.
I feel you.
Even though I don't know, I don't think that's in. People might see that as like introvert versus extrovert thing, which I don't see. That's normal. Like if you have like a group of people together, and then they're talking about something the person doesn't even know, the person's probably gonna be like quiet the whole time. There's like, what are they even talking about? What? It's not like they're just automatically like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. They're just like extroverted.
Hmm. I think it comes from like energy. So
Yeah.
like I can be quiet all day, or I can be talking all day, but if I do get a conversation in which I'm stimulated in, I don't lose energy. So like if I'm at a party and it's not like a lame party, but like a party I like, and I'm talking about cool shit, I'm not gonna want to leave.
Hmm.
But I feel like an introvert, after some time, no matter how stimulating it is, has to leave, has to recharge. I'm like the opposite. Like I
Yeah.
find the right group, I find the right conversation. It's like, nope, I'm up.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how I am. And really too, like even just as like if you look at your like a social circle, like an introvert, they say, well, they probably have like a small circle of people, but I actually have like a huge like just wide like acquaintance. I have a lot of friends and acquaintances. It's like all kinds too, like just the
Hmm.
most random people, and that's why like I can like easily wherever I go. Well, not town. Let's just say it's at like a school or something. Uh, like I any class or whatever. Like I just somehow like could easily like have someone to talk to if I wanted to, even though sometimes I may
Yeah, you can
not.
kind of like you're adaptable. Like you really can mold
Yeah,
to whatever group.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Because I don't have a hard time like uh interacting with people or anything. Like I've heard like some like introverts have and stuff. I don't have that. Uh, I don't like I'm actually very good. Uh, I actually can talk. I can talk in front of like a room full of people, and I don't. It doesn't bother me. Actually, sometimes I do get stimulated by it. So because a lot of people like, let's say they're presenting something, they might have, they have a hard time. You see it too, like they get nervous. I don't have that. I'm actually pretty like, I actually get like, I actually like doing it. Anyway.
Yeah. I love some hummus. I mean,
I wish. Sigh, I wish to what? Phoebe?
oh shit, Phoebe, get on mic.
Fine.
Hey.
Hi.
Why are you
Yay.
so quiet, man? Why aren't you talking?
I'm just a little bit. I'm sick this week. I don't know. You guys are getting the full brunt of my F. It's like a little bit. I haven't seen a whole lot this week.
No, that sucks.
Yeah. Home alone. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes it's like I'm out with people and I like find my crowd and like we're like jumping between like really fun conversations that are like totally interesting and I want to like stay there forever and never go home and just like do it like until like 5 a.m. but
We'll just shut down.
and like I've done that before but at some point like my body just like refuses to keep going.
Yeah.
It's like my body knows that it's introverted.
Yeah.
And I have to like go home because it's insisting that I'm an introvert and I must refresh.
Yeah. That's cool. I wish I could be a little bit more introverted.
I don't know. It's kind of a bummer at those points because it's like, no, but I finally found my people. What if I don't find them again?
Yeah. It's yeah. See, that's cool, but it's like I always feel like I'm like too scattered. It's like, yeah, I'm having fun, but it's like, but I could have totally like did that cool thing that I like to do that's really nerdy and no one else shares, you know? So it's like
Oh,
kind of
really?
opposite. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah, maybe I should just like, I don't know. I always like want to do nerdy stuff, but I never really get to do it because I mean, I do, but either like I'm like either zoning out or I'm like with someone, and when I'm with someone, I'm wishing that I was doing something cool and nerdy that I like, and when I'm zoning out, I'm usually thinking like, man, fuck, I'm bored. I'm gonna go hang out with someone, and like I completely forget that I like nerdy things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird to explain, but
I definitely fit like the description of a social chameleon. I definitely fit that.
the what comedian?
In what way?
Social chameleon.
Oh yeah,
Where actually I was kind of talking about it earlier. Like I can like this, like I was saying, how like let's say I can walk into like, let's say there's a school where I know like some people or whatever, like I can easily like walk into some room and just adapt immediately
mm-hmm.
if I wanted to. Like even like people I know have said said certain things about me, like, oh yeah, like they describe me, like, oh yeah, he's like this. One person's like, oh, he's like this, and it's like completely different.
Yeah,
Like not really, kind of opposite. I won't say completely opposite, but yeah, it's just I've noticed that like I'm not really like consistent what people like say.
yeah. I feel like INFP is like that, but I feel like they're I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm like that too, but I feel like ENTP is like adaptive to everyone, but it's because like we don't kind of don't have a core. I feel like INFP is like you guys have a core, but you can adapt anyway. But you always go back to
Mm-hmm.
you can adapt to
Yeah.
anyone. Like you can be friendly to anyone, but like you're not gonna like just out of nowhere be wacky and
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like out of nowhere, I am wacky, but like inside, like I know who I am and like what I stand for and like what I want, you know?
Yeah.
Or
I
like
actually.
sometimes I don't know what I want, but like I need to go, like I know I need to go out in the woods and find it
Mhm.
and then come back.
Yeah, I think it's more of with me. It's like I have like a bipolar thing. I actually like have a hard time with that. Actually, like I have a hard time actually like identifying just like if just myself. Like sometimes I feel like I need to, but it's like there's like sort of like a blockage almost. Like I don't know, like I'll have moments, not all the time, but where if it's I'm in like a deep introspective mode, and I'll like try to like find ways to describe certain things about me, but then I'll actually have a hard time. Like I don't know, I just find that stuff like that very hard. Like someone's like describe yourself, I'm just like uh uh it's really hard for me to
What do
get.
you default to?
What?
What do you default to with that question?
I
Like,
don't
for
know.
example, if I said describe yourself, and then you said like what sort of things would you say? Like, would you talk about like? Because some people talk about like their job, other people talk about like where they grew up, or like start off from the beginning of their
Yeah,
lifetime and go for it. You know, like
I have. I
tells a lot
don't.
about how a person thinks. I feel like.
I don't. I don't know. Like I don't. I don't get asked often, but um, I don't know. It's just something I don't think about in a way. And when they do ask me, I actually have a hard time, even though it just seemed like a simple question. I don't know. But if I do, I guess I'll just say like I'll just start hobbies or like simple things about me, like oh yeah, I grew up in this town. I'll just do that, I guess, just to find something. But it's just like
Mhm.
there's nothing meaningful to it. It's just something I just pull
yeah,
out of my
you
ass.
gotta probe. It's like I'm gonna say something really simple, and if they're catching, I might just throw a little hint of I like to read about cool stuff, and if like they're like interested, like oh like they can tell that I'm a weirdo and they're a weirdo,
Mhm.
and like maybe or they have any somewhere, and I'm like yeah I like to read about philosophy and stuff, and like if they're like oh shit, and I'm like yeah. But if I say like I like to read philosophy and there's like a blank face, I'm like, yeah, but I grew up in, and I go back to like censor talk. So like I like slowly try to get some any or any
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
I like to skip straight to the really strange stuff, like my weirdest hobbies, just like a big ball of my weirdest hobbies and like my like just like stupid details about my day and like any things like oh I like philosophy and like reading books about I don't know people's lives, um, just to like really throw them totally off of like I'm a censor thinker judger like that they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Just because I don't like that question very much. I don't feel like it like you can sum up a person very well with that question.
hmm
With the typical answers to that question.
Oh.
So I actually have a hard time with especially I noticed with this group, like like I like we're having like these discussions and stuff, but I have a hard time with discussions that uh well I could be interested in it or not. But let's say I am interested in it. Like let's say a group of like I don't know, people in here that are talking about some philosophical concept or something. Let's say I'm interested in it. I know some of it. I won't even like speak up or say anything. Like I don't even have anything to say because I almost feel like a censor almost. I'm just like, what? Why are they talking about this? Huh? It's because I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like I'm. Maybe it's because some of the people in here like maybe they're better at describing like certain
Oh
like
yeah, that comes with
concepts.
time, dude.
Concepts where I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, people here can go super down, super deep into the Ti.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like Ti too, but it's like we're gonna deconstruct the construction, and then it's weird, man. Like Eric is like, I just started understanding. Like, I can finally like run with Eric. I feel like,
Yeah.
but for a while I thought I was retarded. I was like, man, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
When I first came here, I thought Eric was like the smartest motherfucker on earth, and I was like retarded. I legit thought I was like not smart, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey.
I
But
Oh shit, that nigga Spacey dog, goddamn nigga.
Hey,
but
how you doing, dog?
Oh, I gotta ask this question. Pepsi. Man, hey Spacey, what's wrong with you, man? You've been super like, I don't know, man. You've been like James Bond in this bitch, man. Just dropping truth bombs and just like, I don't know, man. You haven't been really fe, man. You just been like,
You know, I've been too tired to be FE.
yeah, man.
I just fucking had it with people.
Yeah,
I have not been in a good mood. I've been kicking over trash cans left and right. I
yeah.
can't lie.
You've been super rational lately. Like the whole like drama thing recording. You're just like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, I was
Yeah,
like,
I
but it was like I was so glad because you're the first person I felt. I was like, yes. Who the fuck
yeah.
cares?
Who the fuck cares? It's like this whole room is full of children, and it took me this long to realize it.
you have to make 6 videos calling out her wrongness. You have to do that in order to see
It's like
her evil.
it's
Their,
like
I mean,
her evil wrongness.
I understand how she can be kind of a crafty bitch, but like I've been dealing with crafty bitches my whole life, so
it's just like it's a
What's-
funny thing. It's like yeah, it's like this is like like people actually think this is an actual community. It's like, bro, like I like you guys and this is awesome, but like if anything, I just like turn this off
yeah.
and just
That's-
like leave for a few days.
I keep it I keep it that way. That's why I'm not Facebook friends with anybody. I don't like nobody will be able to track me down if I run.
I don't have any social media either. I'm just like I don't care anymore. It's just
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's funny though, man. You alright? Though I can tell you're in like a little. Are you like in a nihilistic slump or what? You good?
Yeah, pretty much. And I've been disturbingly drug free too, so that's a fucking problem.
Nah, that's good, man. That's good, man. I'm freaking you out.
No. I'm glad you've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I have, man. I've been enjoying it with a little bit of concern.
You know, everything I do for you.
With some concern. I can
With
tell.
some
Like,
concern, you probably should be concerned, but at the same time, why be concerned?
I don't know, man. I can tell, man. I can.
Well,
smell it.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, man.
You're my brother, man. I can smell it. I can smell it. I can.
Brother
I
from
can
another
smell it.
mother, yeah.
I can tell. But yeah, whatever. I just want to tell you that. Thank you for dropping truth bombs, man. Thank you.
What
for,
is-
like,
One of these days, we're gonna hang out, and I'm gonna drop truth bombs all over everyone you know, and your life will never be the same.
yeah, man. Look at. I just want to take shrooms with you. That'd be cool. I still want to.
That would be cool. That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah, I really want. Can you be my babysitter? The first time I do shrooms, be with you.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I'm actually a pretty good interpreter of trip speak, as it happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet. But yeah. Anyway, what's going on, Pepsi? I ignored you. You probably forgot it. Whatever we were gonna say, but I did cut you
Who
off.
were we even talking
Who's this Aang motherfucker?
An Asian.
Oh,
Probably. I don't know
what is
what we're
Neptune's
even.
picture now? Is it?
Really fucked up heart or vein. I don't know. It looks like a worm.
Okay.
What were we even talking about?
Neptune is the aneurysm in the brain of talking with famous people.
Wouldn't that be Eric?
Huh?
Wouldn't that be Eric?
No.
No.
I mean, Eric is the brain, but he's not the aneurysm.
He's the George Washington of TWFP.
Yeah. He's probably the only man above 40 who I've seen throw a genuine tantrum, the likes of which you normally only see from like 6-year-old children.
I love the whole drama he's having with not Courtney. I forgot who it was.
Although he's been a lot more chill lately. I have to give him
Yeah.
credit where it's due.
Yeah, but he's now having beef with I forgot who it was. Something like on Facebook or in the Facebook group. He's been posting pictures of his girlfriend like wearing that shirt or whatever, like showing off, and then this guy or commented on it and was like saying how, isn't that a little rude thing to do without her consent, even though she sent it to him, whatever. And he's been making those videos screaming about it.
Well, I'm pretty fucking glad I'm not part of the Facebook group. That's all I can say.
I'm like only one of the few people that like post a lot in there. I shit post in there.
Well, Pepsi, I know you were born to shitpost, so
Yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
do.
man.
born to be wild.
Yeah, it's so wild.
What is it with people in like conflict, man? They just need some kind of conflict.
Yeah,
Kato, war is all we know.
It's true, man. But like, I'm like really after novelty and shit, and I'm weird, and I like to just like, I like to make the world my enemy, like objectively. Like, I don't like to make like an actual person or group of people. I just say, fuck it, the world's trying to kill me. I'm gonna become a billionaire and become the baddest motherfucker ever. But like, that's about it.
No, I mean I don't want to become a billionaire. I actually want to burn everything to the fucking ground
That's cool, man.
and take all the billionaires down with me.
That's cool, man.
So
But you're after something that's not like drama full. Like it's just a big unattainable goal.
it's completely unattainable, or is it?
Yeah. Or I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta let me know. I don't know if you know me on how far you are right now, but yeah.
It's just right place, right time, right people.
Yeah.
But this isn't the kind of society I could really thrive in, so I'm going to do my best to destroy it.
Yeah. That's
I'd
cool.
rather take my chances with total anarchy and probably die within a week. Or maybe not.
I'd
don't
follow
know.
that. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I
Let's do
don't
it.
know about total anarchy.
Bring it back to a zero-sum, man. Survival of the fittest, the way it was meant to be.
Yeah, I know I'm not the fittest though. That's why.
Well, I know I'm not the fittest, too.
And I know, and I can't say
That's the
like, oh, but
fun.
I know I'm smart because there's a lot more motherfuckers that are way smarter than me too. So
If you're not the fittest, society like keeps you on permanent life support, so you live a nice, long, miserable life.
yeah, that's true. That is true. But I mean, I intend to. Hold on. I intend to have a good ass time. I'm not here for a long time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not here for a long time. But yeah, man. I'm trying to.
Well, hey, man. I'm always game for making some dough if you have any good ideas, but just know that my end goal is to completely destroy any system of fiat currency that exists.
That's cool. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. And if you don't, when I make $1 billion and you destroy the system, I will have no FI attachment to that $1 billion. I will just say, cool, it's another game to play and get good at. And that's it.
Rock on, Kato. Rock on.
It'll just be another game to get good at. And that's it, man.
That's my man right there.
Yeah, man. But, yeah, man. Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how can I be anything but a nihilist. Still haven't figured that out yet.
Well, I have come to terms with existentialism, but not nihilism. Similar, I think they're similar.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah, they're not okay. They're not the same thing. Well, my distinction is that existentialists believe that nihilist is like there is no meaning no matter fucking what. So fuck it, who cares? It's neutral. But it's really hard to just be neutral because if that were the case, then why the fuck are we even here in the first place? And why not just end it right now?
Well, you might as well end it right now. That's
what I'm saying. That's
I mean,
nihilism.
Yeah.
But existentialism is like, okay, because there's no point to this, that means that, well, it's just the other way of looking at it. So since there's no point to this, and all we have is right now, then fuck it, let's just do it with whatever the fuck we want to do, and just make our own meaning right now, and judge people on their actions, and just do everything based on action. That's basically pretty much it. It's just,
Yeah, that's what I am.
you do what you can with what you have, man. You want to bust some nuts, get some, shoot a couple motherfuckers, bring a few motherfuckers down with you, whatever, man. But, all you got is however long you got. It's the optimist side of nihilism, I think.
Well, no, existentialism is basically the same thing, but they're saying that you're basically focusing on the
What's
fact
up,
that
my
you.
niggas?
What?
Shut up, Chloe. Let's basically talk.
What? They're basically just saying that you
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
are responsible for creating meaning, not that no meaning exists.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that shit.
Which I can get on board with, but I just don't know how to create meaning.
I like Camo. Camo's pretty good.
Camel sucks.
How do you spontaneously create meaning?
You be an ENFP, that's how.
Yeah.
Oh
Or an
shit!
That's what I am.
All right, who are you? I don't even.
That's Chloe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
just have been like a low-key hoe up in here, like with the guest accounts.
all right. Okay.
Wait. So what's your
You've
name?
just been a blanky lurker,
Wait.
basically.
Wait, Spacey's never met Chloe? What?
No, I don't know who this is.
Oh, Stacy. Okay, hi, Stacy.
Nice to meet you, Chloe.
Okay, what's your MBTI type?
I'm an INTP.
Okay, I need to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so why is it that every time I fall in love with INTPs, they break my heart?
Because you're TI polar and you suck.
What? You have to be more specific than that.
Like,
Or
okay,
maybe.
Sorry.
Otherwise, I'll just feel like I'm talking about myself and not INTPs in general.
okay. Well, I fell in love with this dude. Okay, I didn't fall in love with him. Like, stuff happened, and he owns a shop. But then, I don't know. Like, he was nice to me, but then,
By Jabba Duke, ain't you?
yeah. I don't know. Just like, after a while, it's just like, it kind of seemed like he didn't really care. But he did care, and he was nice. So it's like mixed messages and shit, so.
Well, yeah, that's what you're going to get from INTPs is mixed messages, but, like, they're... I don't know what you mean by breaking your heart, though.
Asperger's.
I just fall in love with them, and they always like, I don't know, like
All
they
INTPs.
always end up like being players. Like
Yeah.
they are low key players because they always are like dating other women and shit.
What?
No, I wouldn't. That seems like kind of a generalization. I'm not a player at all, at least as far as I can see. But it's really fucking difficult for me to actually go completely into a relationship with somebody because we're always in the back of our minds. We're always trying to keep our options open and keeping an escape hatch somewhere because we are fucking freaked out about being dependent on somebody, and like we don't want this mind control shit going on. We need to be in complete fucking control. we don't want somebody like adding weight to us. We like to travel light.
Dude, I totally dated an INTP. Oh, that's my ex. Now it makes sense. So much sense. That's
Like
what INFPs do too, and we were both doing it. And it's like we both needed our escape hatches, and then we both just escape hatched, and it was nope.
And I need my escape hatch too, but you know, at the same time, it's like I don't know. I'm an ENFP, so I chase hard.
No,
Shit
no,
happens.
no. You run away
Feels.
too. All NPs do that shit.
Feels.
All NPs are looking for escape out while simultaneously running around and chasing other things. But I don't know. It's just constant scatterbrain.
I don't chase anything though. I'm just paranoid.
I think ENFPs are probably more likely to get bored than run away. And I think that ENTPs, once they commit, like they're probably with you for a very, very long time. INTPs, getting them to actually commit is the hard part, but once they do, they're yours probably forever.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And INFPs, I don't even know what's going on with them.
Yeah, man. They will suck a dick and double cross you real quick.
Aww.
Yeah, they will suck a dick and double cross you real quick.
Who will?
An
I
INFP,
can't
man.
speak for other INFPs.
Yep, INFPs, man. They come off the sweetest, most innocent motherfucker. They are evil deep down in that FI, man. That FINE loop, crazy evil, man.
Are you going off one experience with one
Yep, yeah.
individual? God.
They are
Someone's
the most
obviously
innocent
had
creatures.
it.
They will suck a. They will just one night just be like, I just, you know, and there was 3 guys, and I got overwhelmed, and I sucked on her dick. Yeah, that's
Holy
FINE.
shit.
That's FINE. It sounds safe until one day it's not.
I mean, that's kind of true.
Till one day it's not.
Like, we know what we stand for, and like we like are who we are, and like that's kind of constant, but it's like not for you. You know, like it's not something we share. And then the NE just goes wild, and then
Yep.
like makes us adaptable and stuff, and then we have to like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I could
don't
see
know.
how it could happen, but then again, that's kind of on you if it was like a one night thing. If it was like a one night stand. I think that was going somewhere with an INFP. I don't know. I don't know the situation.
Yeah, it's kind of personal.
Yeah.
I said this earlier, but it's creepy that Phoebe sounds exactly like my INFP friend, like the same speech patterns and everything. It's actually creepy.
So then, Stacy, what is it like to be an INTP, and how do you deal with like people who fall in love with you? Because I bet it happens a lot.
Shut up, Chloe.
Well, that's a pretty broad question. Where should I start? Like, what is it like to be an INTP? I mean, I can
With
I
like
can tell you what it's like to be me in maybe 50,000 words.
Oh, it's
Uh, well, yeah, there you go. That's what it's like to be an INTP. You're never exactly sure about anything. Nothing can ever be pinned down. Every time you think you're right, you realize how you could be wrong. Nothing makes any goddamn sense ever. You can't find anything to believe in. You don't know what you want. I mean, I guess people do crush on me sometimes, but normally I can't tell unless they're really fucking obvious about it. And how do I deal with somebody falling in love with me and I know that they're falling in love with me? I generally get like really kind of antsy and don't start acting weird around them. I mean, because I don't know how to respond to that shit.
Hello, did you see the videos?
It's not my forte. I mean, I can be really sweet to people. Like you said about this other INTP, and I can be nice for a while, but it's very hard for me to be comfortable with the whole situation, like deep inside.
Deep inside, you're not really nice at
Yeah.
all.
Well, no, it's not that I'm not nice. It's that I'm just uncomfortable because I don't know what I'm doing, and it doesn't make total sense to me.
no, that's so cute.
God.
Kitty.
That's a pretty fucking cute kitty.
Mm.
Oh. Happy
Pretty
cat.
expensive kitty, isn't it?
Hmm?
How much are those kitties?
Like 20 pounds?
No, I mean like monies.
Monies.
Also, Spacey's mom has
This
got it
one?
going on. In case you didn't know.
Basie's mom got it going on.
Yeah.
I invented that.
Anyway,
I did
I wanna
forget about it, though. I did forget she had it going on.
Okay, let's project here. INFPs are evil whores, all of them.
Jesus Christ, Kato.
Don't
That
say
was
that.
a statement.
You know, I
Okay,
hear that. I hear that a
generalization.
lot. It's a common stereotype that INFPs will fucking eat your heart out, but I have yet to have any actual evidence of that.
Yeah, well, I'm making a hasty generalization here. I don't care. They're all whores. They're all evil. That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
Did Claw do something?
Now look, Claw, my INFP.
Oh
Sorry, you
man,
had
you're so rude.
serious.
This
So,
one, 1800.
I have cats in my neighborhood that I will sell you for like $10 each.
Yeah, but not the same.
I'll send them with papers.
Why'd you ever spend that much money on a
Toilet
pet?
paper?
Huh?
Well, I made
No.
them.
Papers will Reddit.
What do you mean? You had the cat bred, basically? Like,
You
I
breed-
breed cats.
okay.
But did you say I made him?
I bred them.
No, I thought you said I made him.
I did.
Yeah.
I might have said that.
It's just a weird.
All right, this just in. Susie gives birth to cats.
But it's true, though. I made this.
That's such a strange phrase. I don't know. I can't pinpoint what's wrong with it, but I'm not digesting it properly in my brain.
But this one?
I made it.
Yeah, I picked the parents, put them together, and stuff. It's a pretty awesome cat, though.
I think it may be a common thing for INTP, at least INTP men, to do this triangulating thing where they can't really just stick with one person, partially because they always want to keep their options open and don't know if they're making the right choice. And also, they'll look for different things from different people. Like, they won't put all their eggs in one basket because, that freaks them out.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we can just pretty much.
So they might like look for sex from one person and friendship from another person, but never both from the same person.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's not weird. That makes perfect sense.
I think that society puts too much pressure on one person to fill too many roles.
Yeah, man.
Might be.
People seem to expect quite a lot of everything from Disney princes and princesses.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm for polygamy, man. I don't know why people
Well,
like that.
the whole process has been dramatized by television and movies
And the problem
all
is
kinds of
that
media.
the words are subjective. Love is a subjective term.
Taylor,
But it means something strong to everyone else.
did you
Everyone
see
different.
did you see the videos he put up?
I saw one where he claims to not need my women advice.
Yeah, that's the last one. But the one before
Okay,
that.
I've only watched that one because it was 30 seconds and it was about me.
Yeah, but the other one is also sorta indirectly about you.
Okay, but yeah, I'll watch them. I just haven't yet. And oh my god, now I just want to know what the hell he said.
You need to go watch it. Right back.
Does that fill in the loop?
Yeah, you need to watch it.
I know that I need to watch it, but does it answer my question from the last video?
Sort of, maybe.
How the fuck is she just gonna leave me with a cliffhanger, tell me what to do, and walk off screen?
Well, you can watch her cat.
No.
It's so cute though.
They look like it looks like she's probably got cat hair all over her toothbrush, just by looking at that cat. I feel like if I lived in a house with a cat like that, I would have to change toothbrushes every other day.
That would be a lot of toothbrushes.
That's why I would forego the cat. Now, Spacey, are you telling the truth there?
Yeah, it'd be pretty uncomfortable having someone else in the mix. That's
Why not?
Oh, at the same time, it's cool. You'll be fine.
Oh, at the
Yeah.
exact same time or in general? I was speaking in general, just more than one session.
like in general. Yeah, in general.
Why, man?
I don't know. It's just weirds me out.
Nah, it's not weird, man.
Wait,
Well, I may, it's all a matter of personal opinion, but
well, our opinion is
in my head at the moment is that it's pretty awkward.
How's it awkward, man? Sometimes you bang this person, the next day you're not hanging out with them, so you're hanging out with the next person, and you're watching movies, and you bang them. And you're like, okay, cool. That's it, man. That's all it is. Nothing really to think about, man.
Conrad, do you realize who you're fucking talking to? When you say nothing to think about? Like,
that's why you need to hear it the most. Actually, you don't need to hear it the most, but your type does. You need to hear it probably less than other people of your stuff. TI DOMs in general.
yeah, and that's another thing. That's the sort of thing that can generate drama in the long run.
What can?
Well,
If you're
the
not
key
careful.
is you cannot be the one to push it.
Well, yeah.
Has to be her idea.
Well, I don't know how I have suggested things and then got my
Yeah,
way.
right, Neptune? Jesus Christ.
What? Isn't that insane? No,
You extroverted kids just don't understand.
I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull an Eric, and I'm right and you're wrong because
And I'm going to pull a Taylor and agree with him.
you know what? Why can't you love two people at the same time?
Yeah, you can. I'm not saying you can't.
So how does that have to do with FI? What does that have to do with lack of FI? I'm keeping that bitch
Loving
100.
two people at the same time would be very overwhelming for me personally, but I imagine
Yeah,
for a lot of
that's-
INTPs.
That's the thing. It's just
If you're in
It's a
touch
lot
with
of-
your FI enough, that's a lot
it's a
of
lot of
stimulation.
stress. Yeah, like one person alone is too
Yeah.
much usually.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
then
that shit.
yeah, fuck that shit. That's exactly what an ENTP would say.
There's like barely enough room for myself in a relationship.
I can't even take care of myself. Exactly.
There's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like I like this person, but I don't think about them all goddamn day long and all this bullshit and blah blah blah. It's like,
Why do you say shit like that, Koto?
I wasn't listening, but I agree with.
I don't get it. It's
Dude,
like, what do you mean by like, oh, it's too much?
About
What do you
that.
mean it's too much? I don't think about Claw all day goddamn long. I think about Claw once in a while. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Now I miss Claw. And then 5 minutes later, I'm doing something else.
Now, how often do you think that Claw thinks of you?
Probably a lot because she's a woman.
all day long.
I don't think it's about that. It's
I'm
about
just saying
whatever.
that's. I want to say something ignorant, and I have my chance. But yeah, I don't know. She probably thinks about me more than I think about her, but it's not. It doesn't make me like bad because I think less.
I didn't say it makes you bad. It's just like you wouldn't necessarily get why someone would think that much or be overwhelmed by those kind of things because
No.
they have more FI than you in general.
No, I do. No, I get it. I'm not,
Which is still not much.
I'm not negating that, but I'm just saying it's like I just personally don't. I'm just generally more scatterbrained. But being scatterbrained does not mean that I don't value someone. Like I don't know, just because they're not on my mind all day long, and I'm not like, oh god, oh, and I'm thinking it all day long.
I heard a comparison or like a metaphor, I guess, for extroverts and introverts, which I don't necessarily think it's accurate, but maybe it would apply to different personality types if we talked about it. But where in this metaphor, it was comparing extroverts to like a hotel where you came and you socialized and like with people in the hotel, and the time you spent with people in like the ballrooms or something, and I'm getting this wrong, but the time you spent with people like in the lobby talking to them, like that was your time
Yeah.
that they spent with you, right? And like that was the quality that you got, and it was high quality time that you spent with them. And then when you were apart, like that person got a say, like in the extrovert's mind, the extrovert's mind was compared to that hotel, right? And so each person got like a hotel room, and it was kind of like a cheapo budget motel, right? So I should have thought about this more before I started talking. But anyways, so like there wasn't a whole lot of space or quality committed to each relationship outside of the
Time spent in the moment.
time spent in the moment for extroverts in this model. But for introverts, it was like going to a luxury hotel where you don't spend a whole lot of time interacting in the lobby, but you, but when you're not together, that relationship has a luxury room, and it gets room service, and it gets all of these things. And so when you come back together, there's a different tone to the conversation and the interaction, even though the time spent together is shorter. So it's just a different like setup for extroverted and introverted interactions, and how you're thinking about things, like time and quality invested in the moment versus outside of the moment. And I don't, like I said, I don't think it applies necessarily straightforwardly to extroverts and introverts, because you also have to factor in like feeling and thinking types, etc. But and how they approach relationships. But I think it might apply to different personality types in the guy. And I like.
Well, I like that analogy. That was pretty good.
What do you
Good
think?
work.
I don't see the fit. But that's just me. Maybe.
The fit in what way?